here?
Yeah, I would expect so. I probably won't get that, that full information until the week of or a couple days before. But with Anthony Richardson probably not doing anything but throwing, sitting on his combine numbers. I know we talked to Gerv, and he's going to be sitting on most of his combine numbers. But you still have guys like Amari Burney, who didn't get the chance to go to the combine, and a super athletic linebacker that teams will want to see, and yeah, maybe Ventrell Miller. I don't expect him to be able to do much, but be able to talk to some coaches again. I would expect most of the league to be here to see Florida's pro day.
Yep. So with that, let's get
What do you
in.
think?
Well, go
Real quick,
ahead.
what do you think Bernie runs? Because I think Bernie definitely could have benefited from a combine guy that's super athletic and came in as a DB. And what intrigued a lot of coaches is his speed to be able to move at linebacker or something like that with that size. So what do you think he runs, Nick?
I don't know. You think he'd be in the 4.5, like high 4.5s?
Yeah, I got him at 4.5, mid 4.5 range.
I think that's a little fast.
Bernie was fast, bro.
I think he's a little fast.
Yeah, don't translate on film a whole lot, but I think he's going to turn some heads at a pro day to get him some looks.
That's a lot of what the 40 is, though. Like, if you see someone that looks fast on film, the 40 kind of just verifies that for teams. Everyone says, like you don't run 40 yards like that in a game very often. It's like, well, they're not asking that. Like, for an offensive lineman, if they're 40 yards downfield, something wrong has happened.
Yeah.
So they look more at their 10-yard splits, but even if you're an offensive tackle and you're 10 yards downfield, also, like, what's going on? I think they're just looking to verify speed, and Bernie is so fast, but like Silk says, it might not show up on film. So I think a good 40 time for him, teams go, okay, we can work with this. Maybe he just needs to be in a better spot, and we can
process
work with him
faster.
Get him in the film room and get him to process information faster, because he certainly is athletic enough to put himself in the right spots.
Yeah, it'd certainly be interesting to see. I don't know if I see him running the 4.5. I mean, maybe because it is Gator Pro Day that he will. Certainly hope for the best.
I'm telling you, Dan, he was a 4.4 guy coming out of high school, bro. I watched it I seen it. I seen him run and outrun D because he's a safety coming out of high school. I've seen him outrun DBs. We'll see. You already set the you set the
look at this. Look at Doubtful Dan over here.
No Doubtful Dan over here.
Thank you. Y'all switch roles. You went on the bender. Not he negative.
I think whatever you want him to run, whatever Florida wants to run, I feel like that laser will be nicely timed for that 4, 5, 6 for him on March 30th. But I'm excited. I think that Amari Burney could be somebody that gets a little bit longer run in the NFL than certainly we anticipated going into last year. We saw some big improvement from him year over year. I think with some good coaching and a good opportunity. I know we were hard on Amari Burney for 4 or 5 years, but this last year, really stepped up, made a big improvement under Jay Bateman.
Well, I think Ventrell Miller, and I don't think that'll be a surprise. I think Ventrell Miller is a better linebacker and a better player. Ventrell Miller is not a guy that's going to play a ton of special teams in the NFL. Right, he doesn't have the speed to do that. So when you look at the potential career longevity, Bernie's a guy you put on every single special teams and can play a linebacker spot for you. So he fills a couple roster spots where Ventrell really just fills an inside linebacker spot. And when you're an NFL team and it comes to cut day, all right, well, we have one player that plays one spot, or we have this guy who's on every single special teams and might be a little bit less of a linebacker, but we can deal with that because he's going to allow us to hold another receiver on the roster or another tight end on the roster, because he fills so many spots. So I think that's where Amari Burney has a ton of opportunity with Gators Pro Day to show an NFL team, hey, we can do something with this guy.